I am Ms. Kangana WM, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in SG Balekundar Institute of Technology. Today's topic is chi-square, which is in Module 4 of System Modeling Simulation subject, which is in 8th semester CSE, and the subject code is 15 CS 834. Hello students, today we'll see here chi-square test for the discrete. The procedure is the step 1. Formulate the hypothesis, that is H0 for given data which have particular candidate distribution versus H1 for the given data which don't have a particular candidate distribution. Step 2. Estimate the parameter of this distribution. Step 3. Calculate the value of PDF, that is P of x for all x, that is Pi, where you can see here the P of x is equal to e raised to minus lambda into lambda raised to x divided by x factorial. Step 4. Calculate the expected frequency EI is equal to Pi into summation of Fi, where you can see here EI is nothing but expected frequency, Pi is nothing but PDF, and Fi is nothing but the frequency, that is nothing but you can tell here as observed frequency. If the data is discrete, then Pi are obtained using the PDF. Okay. If the data is continuous, that is you can also tell here as grouped into class intervals, then Pi can be found by f of x minus f of xi minus 1, where xi and xi minus 1 are upper and the lower limits of the class intervals respectively, and f is the CDF. Note, for the exponential distribution, f of x will be given here as 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x. The step 5, calculate x square, which is given as summation of oi minus ei whole square divided by ei. So here you can see here oi is nothing but observed frequency, ei is nothing but, as I said, it is expected frequency. Step 6, find the critical value. It can be given here as x square alpha comma k minus s minus 1, where k is nothing but number of the cells, s is nothing but number of the parameter distributed, alpha is nothing but level of significance. Now this critical value can be found from the appendix. Okay, I'll show you while doing the program. Now step 5, reject the hypothesis if x square is greater than critical value, that is x square alpha comma k minus s minus 1. Note, the expected frequency must be greater than or equal to 5. Okay, now you can see here for the Poisson distribution the mean can be given here as a lambda, and for the exponential the mean can be given here as 1 by lambda. Remember this, for the Poisson distribution the mean will be equal to lambda, and for the exponential the mean will be equal to 1 by lambda. So we'll see the problem here. What the problem they had given? Test whether the following data follows the Poisson distribution using the chi-square test of goodness of the faith. So what they had given here, arrivals per period and the frequency. So you can see here in the problem itself they had given here as a Poisson distribution. So if it is a Poisson distribution, the mean will be equal to the lambda. Okay, so we'll see here the solution. First step was as to test the hypothesis. So we'll see here as to test the hypothesis for the given data PDF, that is P of lambda, versus H1 for the given data which is not equal to P of lambda. So we have to find here lambda, right? So the first we'll find here what is the formula of the PDF. So already we have seen there. So formula for PDF is P of x is equal to e raised to minus lambda into lambda raised to x divided by x factorial. That can be given here after substituting the lambda. Before that, first we have to find lambda. So lambda is nothing but here mean, right? So it can be given here as x bar equal to summation of xi fi divided by summation of fi. So you can see here xi they had given, xi is nothing but here arrivals per period. You can see in the problem they had given as a arrivals per period. Okay, the summation of xi fi divided by summation of fi. So you can calculate this one. You can see in the below table I had given here, that is xi is nothing but arrivals per period, fi is nothing but frequency. As I need to find here xi fi, so I will write here as one more column xi fi. So how I will find now? We have to find here by multiplying here xi fi. So the first one you can see here 0 into 2 is equal 12 is equal to how much? 0. 1 into 10 is nothing but 10, 2 into 19 is nothing but 38, 3 into 17 is nothing but 51, and so on. We have to calculate this one, that is xi into fi, to the given data, that is 12 data they had given, so I have to calculate till the 12 data. So I can find here now mean, you can see in the previous now, that is the formula is nothing but lambda is equal to x bar equal to summation of xi by fi. So this summation after doing here, you can see the third column here, what we had given a third column, that is here 364, right? 364 will be given here what now? 364 divided by 100, that is 3.64, right? Now you can substitute in the p of x. After substituting the p of x, we will get here as e raised to minus 3.64 into 3.64 raised to x divided by x factorial. So we need to find the period for all the data given. So you can see that below table here, p of xi, right? In the p of x, I can see here how I will be finding now. Just you substitute the value of in the previous substitution, that is in the p of x. So x will be what now? First will be 0. So if I substitute here 0, that is e raised to minus 3.64 into 3.64 raised to 0 divided by 0 factorial. Then after doing the simplification, I will get here as 0.0262. Clear? Now in the second step, substitute the x value as a 1. So I'll write here as p of x is equal to e raised to minus 3.64 into 3.64 raised to 1 divided by 1 factorial. You can see here in the previous, that is p of x, I am substituting this x value. So I'll get here as 0.0955. Okay, and so on do for all the values. Now you have to find your expected frequency. We already know expected frequency formula. What is the expected frequency formula? Expected frequency formula is nothing but pi into summation of fi. Sorry. Now you can see here summation of fi. You can see a second column fi, that is nothing but frequency. What I got here, summation of fi, that is a 100. You can see here at the down, I had got in the second column, I had got here as summation of fi is nothing but 100. So already we had got here pi, so we can find here ei. So that is nothing but 100 into 0.0262 is nothing but 2.62. So I have written in the first one as 2.62 ei value. Now for the second one, ei, that is nothing but pi into summation of fi, that is equal to 0.0955 into 100, that is nothing but 9.55. Okay, again the second one, third one, 0.1739 into 100 will be nothing but 17.395, and so on will be doing for all other values. Now the next step is we have to find here OI minus EI, that is nothing but observed frequency minus expected frequency. Now here OI is nothing but here this frequency what they had given, that is you can see here the second column. Okay, frequency, that is FI is nothing but here OI. Okay, so observed frequency minus expected frequency, that is a fifth column. You can see here EI is nothing but here fifth column. So we have to minus this second column with what? Fifth column. Okay, so I'll do here as 12 minus 2.62 is nothing but how much? 9.85. So I got here first value as 9.85. Okay, now before going to that, okay, before going to EI, OI minus EI, you can see here I had given in the note here, you can see here after the steps 9, you can see here the expected frequency must be greater than or equal to 5, right? Now in the fifth column you can see here what is the first expected frequency I had got here. I had got here as 2.62, right? I had got here 2.62 which is less than 5. So if it is less than 5, then I have to add the next value. Clear? Until it has become greater than or equal to 5. If it is not, after adding also, if it is not become greater than or equal to 5, again we have to add with the next value. Understood? So you can see here 2.62 is less than the 5, correct? So I have to add with the next value. So what is the next value here? 9.55. So if I add here, I will get here value as what? 12.15. Then 12.15 is greater than 5. So I will not add with the next value. Clear now? Okay, how I am doing here? 2.62 is less than the 5. Okay, so if it is less than the 5, I have to add with the next value until it has become greater than or equal to 5. So if I do here 2.62 plus 9.55, I will get here as 12.15. Clear? Now the second value, expected value, I will get here 17.35. So it is more than 5. So I will not do any addition. Again the next one is 21.10. Again 19.16, again 13.9, again 8.46. Now you can see the next value I had got here 4.4.
right? Now 4.4 is less than what? 5. So I'll add to the next value. So next value is what? 2.0. So maybe thinking here as 4.2 plus 2.0 will be 6.2 for the next value, right? The expected next value will be 6, right? So what will be thinking as 4.4 plus 2.0 will be 6.4. But you can see here, if I consider a 6.4 for the next expected value, so the remaining value will be what? 0.8, 0.2 and 0.09. If I add also, I will be not above the value of the 2, right? So instead of that, what I will do, the whole values, that is the whole remaining value of the down, I'll add it. That is, you can see the last 5 values, that is 4.4, 2.0, 1.8, 0.2 and 0.0, I will be adding. Clear? So I'll get how much? 7.49. Understood? Now you can find now OI minus EI. So OI minus EI will be now what? The first expected value is how much? 12.15. Now you can see here OI is nothing but the frequency, which is equal to the Fi, what I said here. Now you can see the first value, the expected value, the first two I have added, right? The same thing, the frequency, that is the Fi, that is equal to what? Observed frequency. Even the first two values I have to add, that is nothing but 12 plus 10. So 12 plus 10 will be how much? 22, right? So 22 minus, 22 minus 12.15 will be how much? It will be it will be 9.85. Clear? The next value is what? OI minus EI. OI value is nothing but how much? 19 minus EI value is how much? 17.35. So I'll get how much here? 1.65. The next one, 17 minus 21.10 is how much? Minus 4.1. The next one, 10 minus 19.16 will be equal to minus 9.16. Next one, 8 minus 13.9 will be equal to minus 5.9. Next, 7 minus 8.46 will be equal to minus 1.49. You can see here expected value, the last 5 I have added, right? The same thing, the observed frequency also I have to add. So it will be nothing but 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 will be equal to how much? 17. Now 17 minus 7.49 will be how much? 9.51. Clear? Now I can find here x square. Now what is the x square formula? Summation of OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. So the last column I will find here for what? OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. So already we had found it here OI minus EI, that is nothing but observed frequency minus expected frequency, already we had found it. So expected frequency also we know. So how I have to do here now? 9.85 whole square divided by 12.15. So I'll get here as 7.985. Understood? The next one, 1.65 whole square divided by 7.35. Then I'll get here as 0.56 and so on. So the last you have to find here the summation of x square, the summation of observed frequency minus expected frequency whole divided by expected frequency. So I had got here how much? 28.145. So the next you have to find here critical value. Okay, so k is nothing but what here? The number of the cells, and s is nothing but the parameters, and 1 minus 1. So x square, what is the critical formula? X square alpha comma k minus s minus 1. So alpha in the question they had given here as 0.05. Okay, minus comma. The 7 is nothing but here. How many values has remained here? You can say the last column. At the last column, you can see how many values it is remained. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are remained. So k will be enough 7. That is 7 minus 1 minus 1. So I'll get here how much? 5. That is x square 0.05 comma 5 equal to 11.1. Now I'll show you this 11.1 how I'll get. Okay. Before that, I'll find this x square also. So I know here x square formula. What is the x square formula? That is equal to summation of OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. So I had got here as 28.45. Now this x square what I had got, right, it must be less than the critical value. If so, then only I'll accept the hypothesis. But in our case, what I had got here x square value, I had got here x square value as 28.145, which is greater than 11.1. Right, that is which is greater than the critical value, that is x square is greater than the critical value, so the hypothesis will be rejected. Understood? Now if suppose that if the x square is greater than the critical value, we should always reject the hypothesis, which means the input data what had collected, right, which is not a proper, which is for the goodness of the fit. Now I will show how to find this critical value, that is nothing but x square 0.05 comma 5 equal to 11, how we had got. Clear? Now see, these are the appendix which are available in the textbook last. So I need to find for the chi-square. So I am doing a chi-square problem. So I'll check for the chi-square. So you can see here in the 8.6, that is chi-square, that is they had given the title here as percentage points of the chi-square distribution with V degree of freedom. So what I had got here, I had got here x square, alpha value is how much, 0.05. So you can see here at the V value, what the x square they had given, that is a 5 values they had given. X square 0.005, again x square 0.001, again x square 0.025, again x square 0.05, again x square 0.10. What is our alpha value? Our alpha value is 0.05. So I had to check for the fifth column. Okay, so what I had got here, k value, that is k minus s minus 1, that is nothing but 7 minus 1 minus 1, how much I got? I had got here as 5, right? So he had to check here the fifth column and the fifth row. What is the fifth row here? That is a 5. You can see here I had got here 5. So in the fifth row and the fifth column, what is the value here? You can see here what is the value I had got here? I had got here as 11.1. Understood? That is the fifth row and the fifth column I had to consider here. That is nothing but here critical value. I had got here critical value. Getting my point? That is, check for here alpha is equal to 0.05, which is the fifth column, and I had got here k minus s minus 1, that is 7 minus 1 minus 1, that is a 5, that is the fifth row. So go to the fifth row and fifth column, you can see here 11.1. So the critical value is how much now? 11.1, as I shown in the problem. Hope you had understood.
Thank you.